Hey, I got my t-shirt. Danica, yes sir, I tell you. And you should have gotten yours too, because apparently they're already out of business over there at the souvenir shop. $60 a pop, and they don't have any more shirts. No more die-cast, no more Danica souvenirs. Hey, the way she ran today in the ARCA shootout, hey, it was good. They knocked her right and left and up and down, and she came back and almost won the race. Had a good shot at winning down the stretch, but her recovery when she got into trouble, I think it was really impressive. We'll wait until Monday to see what she's going to do. She finished sixth in the ARCA 200. Bobby Gerhard won the race, but the story, of course, was Danica, mobbed by media, did a darn good job. I think she impressed enough people here today at Daytona International Speedway that she'll run in the nationwide race next Saturday. That'd be good. Like to see that. It was a wild day at Daytona. A wild day. Kevin Harvick won the shootout, but after Danica's performance, that shootout was pretty anticlimactic. Well, until the last lap, when Jeff Gordon got into Greg Biffle and caused a big crash, and Harvick goes on to win under a green-white checkered, and we weren't really sure if it was going to be like a green flag finish and they started all over again or what. A lot of confusion there, and I'm not sure exactly where the confusion came from. Pretty weird. Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt Jr., 1-2 for the Daytona 500. They looked strong in the afternoon, but when it came time to play the game and race in the shootout, different cars of course, they were non-factors. They weren't even there. Jimmy Johnson wasn't even there. Jeff Gordon barely got in toward the end, and then he crashed. But Mark Martin, twice now, he's been involved in crashes. Took out Kurt Busch this time. Kurt Busch already lost 2 cars, and it's only Saturday at Daytona. We got a long way to go before we get to the 500. Carl Edwards, mediocre. Most of the Fords were mediocre in qualifying, but when the race started, the shootout, Carl Edwards was untouchable. He led most of the race until he got booted out of the way by Juan Pablo Montoya and shuffled to the back, and in dirty air you can't do anything. The Ford teams are swapping engines back and forth. They ran the old engine in the shootout, looked pretty strong. They ran the new engine in qualifying for the 500, and they're talking about using the new engine in the 150s and then switching to the old engine for the 500s or something like that. Maybe it's a show game they're playing. I'm not really sure. The big story, Danica, of course, and RCR. Richard Childress' guys back on track. Give Danny Lawrence some credit and the guys in the engine department. They came down here with a really good package. Jamie McMurray finished third, had a shot to win the shootout. ECR stuff, Richard Childress Racing. Denny Hamlin, Toyotas. He had the only Toyota that was even in the hunt. Kyle Busch, hey, he picked the wrong gear or something, or maybe he's worried too much about being engaged in diamond rings and all that sort of stuff. But he wasn't on his game at all in the shootout. Toyota itself might be wanting to take a low profile the next couple of weeks with all the problems they have on the bigger picture. Denny Hamlin, that torn ACL, is going to keep him hobbling for a while. Crutches, braces, and I think it's going to affect his braking. I noticed he didn't seem to really have a handle on braking. Maybe 80%, that extra 20% at a place like this can make a lot of difference. Might have to watch out for him if he gets in traffic and tries to drag the brakes. And when we're looking at RCR, it's not only Danny Lawrence, it's Scott Miller, the new director of competition. We got a story coming out. Check out MikeMullern.net for all these stories. Busy day at the racetrack. Scott Miller, looks like he's got a handle on what the problems were last year at RCR and might have them solved this year. Kevin Harvick wins the shootout. Jamie McMurray finishes third. Casey Kane runs second. Greg Biffle crashes. Jeff Gordon crashes. Jimmy Johnson's a no-show most of the weekend. Strange things, strange things. Like Kevin Harvick says, when you come to Daytona for Speed Weeks, you better be prepared for the weird. He was, and he won. Mike Mullern for MikeMullern.net.